Hey everybody, this is Eric here with Legacy of the Gun. We are at the Southern Side-by-Side Exposition in Sanford, North Carolina, which is a really remarkable exposition of really nothing but side-by-side shotguns. I'm here with Francis. He's all the way from across the pond, right?
We are, yes.
And they have our first set of remarkable guns that we're going to be highlighting here at the Southern Side-by-Side. These are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we have a lot of side-by-sides here in the U.S. Of course, I guess you guys have a lot. Where are you from, England? Is that
I'm from England,
From England. And so they've brought this over from England. So tell me a little bit about these. It's a cased set. What are the details on these?
Well, it's a pair of guns made by one of the famous London makers called James Woodward, who are actually part of Purdy now, which is probably the most famous of all the London gun makers. Purdy bought them in the late 1940s, and Purdy's Over and Under, which is very famous, is actually a Woodward design, so which is why they bought the company. So in their day, they would have, these guns were made in 1879. Woodward was one of the top London gun makers. They would have been as expensive a gun as you could have bought in London at that time.
Really?
And they're slightly unusual because they're side lever opening, whereas most hammer guns tend to be top lever or rotary underlever, particularly Woodward's. They probably made more rotary underlever ones, so to get side lever opening ones like that, very, very unusual.
It is.
And to get them as a pair as well.
Sure, and I noticed that they're even, it looks like they're gold inlaid 1 and 2, so you don't mix them up.
No, that's the idea. Nothing's interchangeable, so you can't swap the barrels from number 1 gun to number 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no interchangeability with English guns.
Okay.
Everything was hand built. It's not like an American-made gun where it's mass production. Everything was made to a standard. This is all hand-built.
And I can tell. I mean, you've got absolutely gorgeous engraving here. I mean, the wood is absolutely stunning. Now, what gauge are these?
These are 12 gauge.
These are 12s. Wow. Now, so I understand that these aren't just the guns. They belong to somebody interesting, and we'll show you guys here. There's a name on the top of the case here. What's the name, and who was that?
Well, they were made for Mr. Antrobus, and the Antrobus family were quite famous because they're the landowners that owned Stonehenge.
Yes.
Or the land where Stonehenge sat in the 1870s. They then actually sold it.
In 1950,
I think it came up for auction, and the person that bought it then gave the land and Stonehenge to the nation. So,
and the guy that bought it actually went out to an auction to buy, I think it was a dinner table.
He did, and came back and told his
wife, and he came home with Stonehenge.
You've done your research, precisely that. So
that's quite
a little bit of interesting history.
He was the owner prior to that
prior to that
and
auction,
going to his wife.
I think they're the guys that put it to auction.
That's really neat. This is such a superb pair, and of course, we love the historical aspect of who it was owned by, and of course, the guns themselves are historical, being made in the late 1800s. It's absolutely remarkable. So, thank you so much.
Not at all. Pleasure.
They are one of the original exhibitors here at the Southern Side-by-Side show. You've been here, what did you say, 27 years?
I think it's 20. I think this is the 27th year. Yeah. So as that King Grant Lang.
Absolutely. We appreciate them coming out and taking the time to share this with us. Here at Legacy of the Gun, we are all about the legacy of these historic and consequential firearms that you find all over the place. So if this is what you're into, check us out, legacyofthegun.com. We've got a website, Instagram, Facebook. This will be on YouTube as well. And we'll see you guys in our next video.